Leadership is not a title. It is a responsibility. I'm Jyothi 𝐒𝐿 I lead operations and build high-performing teams at energytec.ai. For me, leadership has never been about hierarchy or authority. It's about building strong systems, shaping culture, and enabling people to do their best work consistently. This is my 10th year at energytec.ai. Over a decade, I watched the organization grow, scale, adapt, and reinvent itself. Through every phase, one thing has remained constant: how leadership shows up, especially during moments of change, uncertainty, and pressure. At energytec.ai, leadership isn't defined by titles. It's defined by responsibility towards our people, to our customers, and to the culture we protect every single day. One of the most important lessons I've learned here is this: behavior, not intent, defines leadership. Our employee value proposition, real growth, real impact, and real care, is not a slogan. I've seen it lived daily across teams, across years, and across challenges. Hire right, train right, treat right, position right, and pay right. This has been our mantra throughout these years. We hire for mindset, integrity, and ownership. Skills can be developed, but values cannot. Over the years, I've seen that every strong team begins with the right people. That's where real growth truly starts. By creating an environment where people can learn, stretch, and evolve. Training right at energytec.ai goes beyond building capability. We focus on building judgment. People are given context, coached with clarity, and trusted to understand the impact of their decisions on customers, on systems, and on outcomes. That's how real impact is created. When individuals don't just execute tasks, but take ownership of results. Treating people right is where leadership is most clearly revealed. I've witnessed difficult conversations handled with respect, high standards balanced with empathy, and people supported through their toughest moments. Real care here means dignity, fairness, transparency, and trust, especially when it's uncomfortable. I've seen leaders take the time to explain the why, not just issue instructions. I've seen teams encouraged to speak up without fear. I've seen accountability upheld without blame. That consistency year after year is what builds culture. When you hire right, train right, treat right, position right, and pay right, performance follows naturally. Teams move faster, the quality improves, customer trust deepens, and that's how sustainable excellence is built. After 10 years, I leave you with this. What's one leadership behavior you've seen that stayed with you? For me, it's consistency when it's hardest. Because in the end, leadership builds culture. And culture decides everything else. This is how we work. This is what we value. And this is the energytec.ai way.